Hi, welcome back, my dear aligned souls. If you click on this video, I really don't think it's random. Some energies just find you at the right time. This week is the last week of February. February always feels like a transition month to me, like winter is almost over, but spring hasn't fully arrived yet. There's this in-between space, soft, quiet, slightly emotional. And this week's theme is something from the past returns. When I was choosing this topic, I kept sensing something subtle, not dramatic, not someone suddenly crashing back into your life. It felt more like something you thought you had already put away, gently starting to glow again inside you. Astrologically, we have Mercury retrograde in Pisces. And honestly, Mercury retrograde isn't here to ruin your life. It's more like a review period, a time to revisit, reconnect, reflect. It's good for looking back, maybe reaching out to someone from the past, remembering things clearly. But it's not great for rushing, being careless, or making emotional decisions in the heat of the moment. Pisces energy is about the subconscious, dreams, emotional cycles that were never fully closed. So when something returns under this energy, I don't see it as coincidence. I see it as timing. When I pulled the tarot, I asked 3 questions. First, what is this returning past energy in nature? Is it a person, a relationship, an opportunity, an emotion, or something unfinished? Second, why is it coming back now? Mercury retrograde is about review. So what are we meant to re-examine? Third, how should you face it in order to truly complete or clarify this cycle? Because sometimes, something reappears not to restart, but to close properly. Then, when I pulled the oracle card, I asked from a higher perspective, what does the universe want you to understand through this reappearance? Not just the surface story, but the deeper soul lesson. When the cards came out, I paused. The energy felt quiet, but very alive. The main tarot card is Four of Swords reversed, and the oracle card is Animal Allies. One feels still, one feels like movement, one feels like waking up, one feels like life starting to spin again. Let's talk about it slowly. Alright, let's gently move into the main message. The primary card is the Four of Swords reversed. In this deck, it doesn't feel cold or sharp at all. It looks like a softly glowing magical plant deep in a forest. Purple tones, deep forest green, a touch of muted rose. The leaves seem to move slightly in the night air, like something that has been asleep for a long time and is now slowly waking up. The Suit of Swords is air. It rules thoughts, memories, mental patterns. The number 4 is structure, stability, rest. Upright, the Four of Swords is rest, recovery. Pause, reversed, is awakening. So, what is this past energy that's returning? It feels less like a brand new person entering your life, and more like a thought you never truly released, an emotion you postponed processing, a conversation that never fully finished, or a connection you believed was over but was still quietly breathing somewhere inside you. This isn't something new invading you, it's something archived, beginning to glow again. The purple in the card speaks to the subconscious and spiritual awareness. The deep green feels like old heart energy. That soft dusty pink feels like tenderness that was never spoken out loud. And here's the important part. It's not returning because you fail. It's returning because you're ready. Why now? Mercury retrograde in Pisces. Pisces governs dreams, intuition, unfinished emotional cycles. Under this energy, you can't just logic your way out of feelings anymore. You can't stay busy enough to avoid something that wants to be felt. The Four of Swords reversed feels like this. You can't keep numbing it. You can't keep postponing it. That growing plant in the forest has always been there. You are just finally seeing it clearly. The number 4 represents stability. And if we play with numerology a little, 2 plus 4 gives us 6, which connects to love and relationships. So yes, this could relate to a relationship energy, but it doesn't automatically mean someone is coming back physically. It may be you meeting the version of yourself from that time, looking at her, understanding her. So, how should you handle this? Don't rush to respond externally. Respond internally first. Let yourself feel it fully. Don't rush to label it. Don't rush to decide. Let the memory surface completely. Let the emotion finish its sentence. Then you choose whether anything needs to restart. This reappearance isn't necessarily about repetition. It's about clarity. Now let's talk about the Oracle card, Animal Allies. This card feels completely different in energy. It's vibrant, almost like a kaleidoscope in motion. Butterflies, a tiger, a zebra, a sheep, soft pink flowers, a glowing yellow sphere, like a small sun. If the Four of Swords is stillness, this is movement. If the tarot card is awakening, this oracle card is instinct. So, what does the universe want you to understand? You are not facing this return alone. Animals symbolize instinct, raw truth, your untamed knowing. This time, you are not meant to react from old patterns. You're meant to trust your intuition. The butterfly speaks of transformation. You have changed. You cannot go back to who you were. The tiger represents strength. Stop suppressing your real needs just to keep peace. The zebra reminds you that life isn't just black or white. You can hold complexity. You can hold nuance. The sheep represents gentleness, but it also warns against blind following. You can be soft without abandoning yourself. The pink flowers show your heart is still capable of tenderness. You are not hardened. You are wiser. And that yellow sphere, like a sun, feels like consciousness waking up, clarity. The numbers connected to this card, 7, 8, 14, carry a quiet message too. 7 is spiritual growth. 8 is power and karmic cycles. 14 reduces to 5, which speaks of integration and change. This is not an old story replaying itself. This is a cycle nearing completion. When we integrate both cards together, the message becomes clear. Four of Swords reverse says, wake up. Animal Allies says, trust your instincts. This week's Return of the Past is not here to pull you backward. It's here to transform a sleeping emotion into strength. You do not need to rush to reconcile. You do not need to immediately test back. You do not need to relive anything. You need to redefine it. Here's a meditation sentence for you. I allow the past to return, not to repeat, but to complete. If you can, find one quiet evening this week. Close your eyes and ask yourself, what am I actually trying to finish? Is it the relationship, or is it forgiving myself? This week is good for reviewing old connections, writing down words you never said, listening to your dreams, sitting quietly with your feelings, try to avoid. Impulsive replies, making big decisions at emotional peaks, pretending you don't feel anything. And I want to leave you with this image. Deep in the forest, there is a plant that only glows at night. It's not temptation. It's a reminder. The part of you that once fell asleep is ready to wake up. The animals around you aren't guiding you back into the past. They are guiding you through it. Thank you for listening all the way to the end, my aligned soul. Take what resonates. Gently release the rest. And until the universe brings us together again. Bye.